First of all, our connection is Kabbalah. So I go to the London Centre, coming along to Israel to join the centre here and to be able to just kind of connect to Israel. Meeting Emily, and you helped me through.
You were the only one with an English book. We found each other because you couldn't find a book in English.
Exactly. And Emily, you took me through it all, which was fantastic. And ever since, as everyone knows me, I'm here all the time. I come every year. It's such a connection to Israel. It's
so what is
Kabbalah.
it about, like, once you started studying mysticism and the Zohar, look at you wearing the Jewish star on the 17th.
All the time.
What was it about it that, like, what was that connection that made you feel like you're meant to spend a lot of time in Israel?
You know, it's really difficult to kind of to say. It's just, you just feel the energy and the light when you come here. And I think for me, when I first came along, I came with Kabbalah to go on one of the trips, you know, the Tzaddikim, and to kind of just go to all these central holy places. And for me, that connection just strengthened and strengthened. So I can't even put, you know, kind of my finger on it. It's just, for me, Israel's just particularly special.
You left and you take it with you. It's not left here.
Absolutely, right. Absolutely.
And why? Now, you were such a beautiful person. I mean, like, your day job is like, you could be the FBI agent on The Sopranos. Like, how do you go from such a serious day job to such a, you know, spiritual, passion? What's your job, first of all?
I think we need to let everyone know. My day job is, in fact, working in financial crime compliance. What can I say? I work in London, in Canary Wharf, doing all kinds of things, which is fighting and detecting crime and making sure we're protecting the bank. So, first of all, that's my day job.
So you're looking for, like, money launderers, people that don't, that hide money?
Making sure that we protect ourselves against them.
How can you, with this big smile, be this, like, policewoman, because you also have experience
life is so short.
Prisons.
You're right. Here we go. Here's my history here. So I used to be a prison officer. Everybody knows this. And I also work with the Metropolitan Police in London volunteering, which leads me into, this is what I do in my spare time. I volunteer for my sins. So yeah, I'm volunteering absolutely everywhere. And Emily, I'm sure you know, I was only a month ago volunteering in Uganda, which is a fantastic, amazing experience. Although I have to say it took me to another level because the contrast with London and deep in the village in Uganda was very, very different. You know, it's difficult, but what I will say is people are happy there. So I will say that
is the one thing you find when you go to this place. I remember going to Cuba and, like, kids were kicking a Coke can soccer ball and they were perfectly fine.
Yes. So, you know, it's you're there
to help. Less is more, right?
Absolutely.
In some ways, obviously. You're dealing with orphans. I mean, it's not exactly,
That's right. When people don't know any other way, you know, we live in a world of materialism. We all know this. And when you're there, and it's just about, you know, kind of happiness. And going along to the village, I have to say, you know, for the few days that I spent, they took me out of my comfort zone. But I have to say, you know, they were extremely pleased. And I brought them a copy of the Zohar, so they loved it.
Listen, we've talked about this. I mean, it's a book of profound wisdom. Like, it's awesome. Planted in Florida, and like the hurricane. Like, it is this profound book. What is it like? Also, now, like, given, how do people respond? Like, do they just think you're an Ethiopian Israeli?
You know, it's quite funny. I don't get that reaction. I should imagine that's probably what people think. I mean, my heritage is Jamaica. You know, my parents are from Jamaica. I was born and bred in the UK, in London. But yeah, this is my heritage, and maybe that's my connection. I've still got so much more to learn.
But do you feel like a piece of this? Like, because it's like you study, you know, like I've studied like the Rastafarians and the Jamaicans and all of this really cool stuff in history that, you know, Queen Sheba came and had a fling with King Solomon, and like there's a whole, you know, line of people that know they come from that. I mean, do you feel it's possible? I mean, do you feel like this is something that would resonate?
Emily, of course it does resonate with me. And as I say, in terms of, you know, Kabbalah is one thing which is, you know, kind of giving you that foundation. There's so much more to learn. And so, you know, this is something I'm venturing into. I'm still, you know, I'm on this journey. So
we're going to get you to make Aliyah.
Thank you.
Give you
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Sadie, thank you so much. This is so much fun. All right, speaking of England, Ringo Starr, did you know that? You're going to have to come back for this trip. But he's got his mind set on Israel. The Beatle drummer finally going to star on the stage here. It's only taken 52 years after the Israeli government shot down and proposed a Beatles concert for, quote-unquote, not having cultural worth. What? Ringo will perform at the Menorah Mivtahim Arena in Tel Aviv, June 23rd and 24th.